Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot, or if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. We're going to be doing a daily tarot reading for the 25th of February, 2023. We're going to be using the Myths and Legends Tarot. I do believe this is like the third day in a row we've used this deck. So let's see what comes out for the day. Ancestors and squares between reflecting what does collective need to know for the 25th of February, 2023. Alright, my lovelies, I probably fast forward through all the shuffling. There is quite a few cards here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 25 cards. You do have a few major arcana on here, but you have a lot of synchronicities that came out for today. And in fact, I kind of had to pause for a sec and write them all down, because you have 777, 999, and I did do the numerology after adding anything else up, and that does also reduce to 9, so you have 9999, you have 888, 555, and 444. You literally have 5 separate synchronicities in this reading alone. So if you've been seeing repeating numbers at all, or as you go throughout the day, please be aware of those numbers. You might very well see them repeating. If you don't know what they mean, please look them up, especially if you, your guides, your angels, your ancestors have a non-standard way of communicating with those specific synchronicities. I would definitely pay attention to that. Since there's so many cards, I will hold them up to you. Here we have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Empress. We have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. My camera will focus. The 9 of Wands. The Emperor. The King of Pentacles. The 10 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups reversed. The 8 of Cups reversed. The King of Swords reversed. 4 of Cups. Queen of Wands reversed. The 8 of Pentacles. The 10 of Swords. And if I can pick it up, the Star card in the reverse. The 7 of Swords. The Knight of Wands. The 7 of Cups. 5 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. The Hierophant. And one of my favorite cards out of the deck, the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Alright. Well, this is quite interesting, because despite putting a lot of hard work in and trying to progress, and have progressed fairly far in your ideas, your endeavors, your physical circumstances, etc. So as much as we've come so far, we have to realize that is, of course, you know, not without its own hardships and obstacles. And we're not where we fully want to be just yet. And in fact, there's more stuff that we possibly could leave behind, stuff that you may not be entirely clear on, or how do I want to put it? You may not be strictly fully advised on. And of course, those items need to be looked at and assessed Of course, not taking action on it while we look at it. But there is definite room for improvement in areas where we have burdens, where we have stress, where we have obstacles, things that need to be left behind, things that are not completed as it were. And this last bit is going to probably be the hard part to hear for a lot of people, because this does kind of, it all brings like shadow work for today. There is, of course, improvement to be made in an area that we're not getting a fresh start. We're not addressing, and it's because we're almost literally running away from it. We're not taking action because we're specifically not looking at it. So as much as there's things that we don't know that we look at and pause and reflect on, there's also things that we're purposely not looking at. So things in conflict, things that cause us stress, all this stuff that does not jive anymore, that needs to be rebirthed in a new light, that we have the option to, when it comes up in conflict, when it comes up in the real world, the real situation, when it gets thrown at us, that we know it does not work for us. It doesn't bring us the freedom that we want. But there is an option to get that freedom, to end it, to adjust to it, to learn from it. And we're not availing ourselves of that information. We're not using that opportunity. We're literally running from it because we're running away from that option. It's like we're personally putting blinders over our eyes and running for the hills and just going, no, I ain't gonna do it. So I would recommend, first of all, becoming aware of all the things that you need to start looking at. Things that are out of place, things that are hardships, burdens, things that cause you stress, things that are outdated. And you know what? Because we have so many synchronicities, I did not check the astrology. Let me check the astrology. Because usually when something like this comes up, there's something big. And this is for the 25th. Okay, the 25th of February. Moon in Taurus squares Mercury in Aquarius. Oh, yes. Difficulty focusing the mind. Step away from plans, projects for mental rest. Okay, so you might literally be running for the hills, running away from problems because you need a break. As much hard work as you've put in, as far as you've come, you might feel like you're overburdened and want to shut down. I mean, there's more work to do, more things to come, more happiness rewards on the other side, but you may feel a little taxed mentally that this is the reason why you're running away from an opportunity that could present itself for the day, is because your mental outlook is starting to reach a breaking point. Now, I don't see the, well, I mean, we have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, so there is some mental anguish here. But you could be, yeah, you could very well be putting blinders on yourself on purpose to avoid a breaking point. So yeah, maybe a self-imposed rest for today to avoid burnout, a breaking point, and this is why it's coming up as you purposely putting blinders on. One of those, I can't deal with that right now. It's going to have to be shelved, hence my tapestry choice, and I will deal with it tomorrow. So yes, figure out areas that still need to be worked on, but delay your taking action on it for this day. be aware of what choices, options you have, but maybe not necessarily take action on it right away. That way you are not overtaxed. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but leave the blinders on. Yeah, maybe leaving the blinders on for at least a day. Let yourself rest, and then go back at all the hard work and get your better outcome, get your ball rolling again. We all reach a breaking point at some point. All right, my lovelies, I hope some of this resonated for you. If it did, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.